Hey everyone, Wanderbots here, and welcome back to Kingdoms of Amalur. So, we went in here hoping to get closer to the quest thing, and then quest things came to us. We are doing it again.
I think this is a very pretty tower.
I find it interesting that we go from like small town, small town, small town to gnome city, and then to random elf city. We have yet to run into a human city of any sort.
Those, look at the roof.
What about them?
Well, those shingles, they're pointing up.
Yeah?
Wouldn't that not really be beneficial for water drainage?
Because
wouldn't it just
I
scale
think it
right
depends
under
on the design, because I don't think those are shingles. I think that's more of like a design or a sculptural element. Because they could actually be like indents, and it actually comes down, so that could actually be perfectly fine. Because it directs the water in specific ways. But I think entirely just some artists is like, this is good. And some art directors like, okay, and they weren't thinking about these people having leaky roofs.
We have a problem. Elund Karth refuses to send any troops to assist Melsenshir. The old fool never would listen to reason. I certainly hope so. We're going to need every sword we can muster. You can find him in the upper city, staring over the strait at Melsenshir. The fool might as well be at its funeral.
Well, that was fast.
Not gonna ask any questions?
I mean, we could.
The liberation of Melsenshir is cloaked. They're in the city, but they can't join us unless Elund Karth grants his blessing for them to go with us. Agarth has gone to reason with him. He was a fine fighter, as I recall, but I do not know if his diplomacy is as practiced.
Agarth's a drunkard and a loser.
Yeah.
The man is not a warrior by nature. He cannot abide another risk for this city. But he's an idiot if he thinks we will get another opportunity such as this. With Tuatha raiding parties along the shores, Rathir has the only port for safe passage across the strait. But after assisting Melsenshir for so many years, the ruling council of Rathir is loath to offer more aid for what they see as a lost cause.
Oh, that's sad.
So, more or less, we're just in the port town equivalent of that lake town in The Hobbit. Wow, that is kind of sluttily dressed elf. Look at that.
What?
We should burn her. Anyway, instead of wandering around this town, let's just kind of look up at it a little bit, say, yeah, that's pretty, and see you guys on the other side instead of wasting time. See you guys in a bit. Ooh, this is pretty. Hey everyone, welcome back. I think the thing we're supposed to go is right up there. But I wanted to just point at this tree and the sparkly firefly things. And I think I saw a shooting star too.
I think that maybe just
oh,
in
it's
them
just a
flitting.
floaty wisp. This place is really pretty at night. Like, for all my gripes.
Talk any sense into you, then someone else will have to.
It's sort of unfortunate, but in pretty much any game where elves are available and there isn't some cool, like, reptilian race around, I'm more often than not apt to play an elf.
Yeah. But yeah, so for all of my gripes, this game is damn beautiful. Alright, let's go talk to Ponzi Elfman here.
Huh.
What do you want? I'm beset by petitioners these days. Another advocate for this absurd plan to retake Melsenshir, I take it.
No. That would
Well,
just end
but the thing is, he
conversation.
doesn't seem to have any patience for that, so if we say we can talk about that later...
No, you're supposed to...
Okay, fine.
Look to Rathir's sister across the strait. Her battered walls, her burned gardens, her back broken from a decade of war. We take in refugees. We send them food that we can spare. We try to ease her pain. But for 10 years, I stood here and watched her die slowly. And now you, a stranger, think to convince me to commit the whole of this city to saving her because our army's greatest failure has recovered some old relic.
See?
We can deal without it.
You should have kept...
Our city is already taxed to breaking with the wounded from Melsenshir. We cannot afford to help you, but they might. Those that have been healed have been begging to return, to fight for the walls that have stood for all this time. You wish to throw your life away? they do as well. Captain Dodwin will help your ship of fools, but Rathia's hopes have been raised and dashed too often. When you fail, have the decency to choose death over dishonor. Go. Save our sister across the sea or die with her.
Move along, citizen.
You know what I find really ironic with what he was saying?
Hmm?
So,
You look familiar. House Kent, I'd wager.
so imagine this scenario. You know how they were talking about them being sister cities?
Yeah.
And how he's
well,
like,
you can see the other one over there, kind of.
and he's like, how I watched her wither for, 10 years, and how they're suffering because of it. If he had actually helped them, nipped it in the bud in the first place, they wouldn't be suffering, quote unquote.
Well, the thing is, Baelor can't be harmed by conventional means.
So I suppose it was a moot cause anyway.
Yeah, that's more or less it. Alright, let's go find this boat. Is the boat already outside the city? Oh, it's not too far. So we might as well chat. But yeah, this is what the city looks like on the inside when we're actually running around. It's pretty basic, but like...
20.
I do Nope.
You from here? I don't
No, goodbye. Shut up. I want to sprint, not talk to random harlots. Anyway. I compared this game a lot to Skyrim and Fable, and I think this game is a lot more in line art direction-wise with the Fable games, for sure. Whereas, like, Skyrim is trying to be super realistic all the time. And to me, trying not to be realistic, like, in Skyrim you're not going to get a whole lot of, like, crazy towers and high roofs and silly-looking stuff.
Colors.
Yeah, colors. Seriously. One of the reasons why I won't play Skyrim is because it's so grim-looking. Anyway, let's talk to this guy and then continue.
The ships are loading now for Melsenshire. Are you ready to board?
Okay, actually, first, before we board the boat, I'm going to save, just in case we can't come back. We should be able to go no problem, but just in case I can't come back and do all the side quests that I have sitting around, let's save and go from there.
The ships are loading now for Melsenshire. Are you ready?
Alright, let's go.
Right away.
Shut up.
Well, it's a cutscene.
Of sorts.
Could mean something.
But yeah.
Agarth, you know better than any of us how this will end. Why must we fight a war that you know we will not win?
You would still ask that, Talara, after all you've seen.
Until I get an answer, Fate Weaver. Until then.
Why do we fight? Because there is hope. Because only through battle can we break the chains that fate has forged. Don't you see? We have been given a chance. And though some of us will die, we will die knowing that our lives were finally our own. That we are no longer slaves to the whims of fate. Would you throw it away? Just for fear of another defeat? Not I. I will fight. And if I die knowing that I have made a choice. And this choice, for good or for ill, was my own.
There's a lot of boats.
Wow, he's really changed his tune.
Stop drinking. That helps.
Well, also, the fact that you saved him means that now he can control his own destiny.
Yeah.
And he's encouraging other people to do the same.
I think Thane, actually, in the Mass Effect game, said it particularly well. Here, can I go back? Yep, okay, I can go back. No problems then. But Thane was talking about how he had been told he would die in like 2 months, and it was 6 months after that date. And it's nice knowing that you're already past your expiration date. So,
The commander's waiting for us.
shut up, you.
Because then you're not living in fear of it.
Yeah, you're not living in fear of it, because at this point, you're already past where you think
Aw, look at all those.
you'd end. What? The graves? Oh, yeah. I thought for a second it was manure, and I was like, why are you awing over poop? You're not telling me something.
General is back, just like she promised. Another 10 years, and I might have started to doubt. Not exactly the heroes of legend, but you're a welcome sight nonetheless. Likely you've come to see the fortress before it falls. I've seen her stand for the last 10 years, but the end, I think, has finally come. Our scouts report that the Tuatha are massing, and in their wake we've seen it. The Niskaru Lord, Baelor, has come for Mel Senshir at last. Indeed, they expect us to hide behind the walls of Mel Senshir. Instead, we'll rush the field and delay the Baelor's arrival. That leaves the Witch Knight. Malwyn is the commander of the Tuatha forces, and likely the one who has made a pact with the Baelor. You and Talera will be part of an effort to kill him. If we can kill Witch Knight Malwyn, then the Baelor may run rampant in the field, and in the chaos we can rout the Tuatha. It is much to hope for, but that's the plan. Soon. I know you're eager, but take a moment to make sure you're ready. Check your gear and say your goodbyes. When you're ready, come meet me by the gates. I'll be readying the troops.
Be upgrading all your armor and stuff?
Should I? See, the thing is, for me to upgrade my armor, it would actually probably take another, like, 10 minutes or something. Wait, does this... Oh, no. Okay, he just had a quest marker on him, and I'm not sure if we'll ever see any of these NPCs again. I will swing by the weapon person.
What's this? I've heard the soldier death need to know something about Mel Senshir.
Oh, training.
I'm the one to ask.
What can he train?
Keep 'em coming.
Probably sneaking or something. I don't know. Actually, it will say on the map.
Here, now that we're on the other side of the map, can you take a look at it?
Sure, world map.
Huh.
So, we were looking at how far we were in the game, and the Great General quest seemed to be about the 50% mark. I think things speed up pretty heavily from here, but I have no idea.
It drags out.
It just looks like we have 2 major zones left, and then the DLC. So we'll see. Otherwise, I don't even... More blood for the blood god! Dang it, Spider. You're infecting my mind. Alright, so it doesn't look like there are any side quests around here.
What about that guy you just passed? Oh, that was the guy that you need.
Yep. Alright, so I can't get in here.
Bartenders manning the ramparts. Someone has to have a drink for sale.
That was Agarth complaining about not having enough booze.
Looks like we spoke too soon about his, change.
I'm just gonna be lazy. Oh, this was a shitty chest if I've ever opened one. Alright, what do you got, dude? You got... actually, a lot of this gear is really good. And really expensive. 140,000, good.
Yeah,
good lord.
Nearly have enough
you
to
know
get
what?
more.
Can I interest you in something?
I will just go on with my pauper equipment that I put together myself and deal with it. Alright, let's just talk to the guy and begin this assault, because I think I should be able to survive even with my crap gear.
What is it? Time is running out.
We're ready. Just calm down, dude. Take a chill pill. Alright.
Steel yourselves. The battle is not to be taken lightly.
Enough platitudes. Let's do this.
Then let us go. We've had sightings of the Tuatha vanguard. When they enter the courtyard, we will open the gates and counterattack. You and Talera will use the distraction to execute your plan. One way or another, this will be over soon.
I never really feel that the gear in this game particularly affects my power. I guess it kind of does.
Ooh.
You could not tell that this was happening well inside the walls.
Oh. Troll. That...
These people are way too calm for being shot at. It's kind of awkward cut there. Walk up, different music, suddenly, alright, Tuger, Mergen, Durgan, Fergan. Alright.
Well, you know, they're speaking in Elvish.
Go generic human people that we don't care about that all look exactly the same and have no shields.
That guy got impaled pretty bad.
Also, another extremely awkward cut. Dude gets stabbed and then suddenly back to controlling stuff.
Our hunt for Malwyn can now begin in earnest. I will take one path and you another.
This plan was stupid.
If a Wygland's troops hold, then Malwyn will be delayed at the outer wall with the Baelor. but we should make sure he doesn't get past us. Now, we must get moving. There is no room for error.
Did you see that option?
Yeah, this plan is stupid. I'm so... Oh, right. She just warped through that door. Okay.
Hey, can you actually pour that tar or do anything?
Nope.
Yeah.
We can talk to Commander O'Waglin. He's Commander O'Waglin! Yes.
These guys are joining you. Go!
Charge with me, generic foot soldier people. His sword is wigging out a little bit. These guys are crappy at combat, too. I'm just in, like, Grouchy McGrouch mode right now.
Remember, they're the citizenry, and you're, as far as we know, some super assassin in the past. I don't know.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. It seemed as though you must have been some...
Well, we were like a
warrior
lab
position.
assistant. That was the implication, at least.
Really?
Yeah, I think we're getting to the point where that is actually explained. Well, that was a little bit less effective than I wanted. I hate it when you're fighting somebody and your abilities normally work on a like lateral basis. That they won't adjust if you're on a slight incline. Because if I was standing on the stairs and I was attacking somebody above me, I wouldn't just chuck my, throwing weapons straight sideways into the stairs, because that's what I'm normally used to.
I couldn't imagine anyone using these chalk ROMs being a team player. I mean, we were probably cutting up our allies there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But look at them. They're like super generic footmen people.
Just one! I'm opening the door now! The Tuatha came fast. We held them back, but I'm the last one left.
Poor guy.
These people are just not convincing. I don't know. Just the footmen are completely just wooden.
Watch out!
Luckily, time stops whenever you're looting things.
Let us feed the cycle.
And these...
More about cycles?
See, I think...
They're referring to the... What? Cycle of summer and winter, good and evil?
I don't know, because from what I could tell, the Tuatha are pseudo outside the cycle / like abusing the cycle.
Well, maybe they just want to bring about their own cycle.
Maybe, yeah. Because there's never really been any confirmation of, like, why they're doing what they're doing, apart from, like, they're xenophobic jerks. You know?
Well, I think it's also the whole, we're immortal and we shall inherit the earth kind of deal.
I guess, yeah.
Be careful out there.
But I really do think that those glowing magenta crystals have to do something with the Niskaru and numerous other creatures.
There are random traps around here. That's adorable.
Yeah, and you're getting injured by them.
I said adorable. Not effective.
This is your end.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, Aelin, huh?
Well, do you want to go make some popcorn? I think this may take a while.
I mean, I could make popcorn.
Go.
What? Wait.
Go make popcorn. Oh man, they're shooting me.
Yep,
Well
too bad.
then. He can die. I don't know about the other people. Oh wait, I accidentally attacked them. Oh, okay, he's going to ignore me in favor of her.
Now, can you target Aelin?
I'm
Is it
actually doing
possible
this
that
as a
she
test.
could get?
Okay, so fun fact. AI friendlies don't actually do damage.
That's nice to know.
Yeah, so I was circling around to see if she would actually do damage to any of these Tuatha soldiers. The answer is no. She doesn't do a gosh darn thing. I also... Okay.
You're supposed to push their...
Oh, you are supposed to push
down.
the ladders off to get them to stop spawning on you.
More delays.
That makes sense. These guys go down really easily.
One step closer.
And apparently...
Get moving! I'll make sure they don't try that again. Someone's got to make sure these ladders stay down. And you need to move before O'Waglin's troops start falling back. Be on your way.
His name's O'Waglin.
O'Waglin?
Finally, some reinforcements. We tried to fight off the Tuatha, but they took most of our company prisoner. They're threatening to execute the rest unless we lay down our arms. You could get in amongst them, silently, if possible, and save what's left of the survivors.
Carl, I really think you should stop choosing the first option, even if it is quote-unquote the good one. Because did you see what that response was? He's like, oh, reinforcements, and you're like, that's just what I was thinking.
Okay, fine, I'll start being sassier. Because this game doesn't actually have Renegade or Paragon, it's just...
I know, it was just so... It's so sarcastic as...
I'm just trained, you know?
Yeah, reinforcements. Trained?
I think...
Yeah.
There's a random white dude up here. And then there's this guy. Fortunately, I have, like, no stealth weapons. But with any luck, I can still get up close. And...
Stab.
Never killed them, mortal.
Well, that's nice to know.
So this guy just randomly had his face crammed into a wall. Oh no, they killed all the dudes up ahead because I stabbed that guy. Oh.
What? Well, aww.
Oh,
How many men were there?
Oh,
Now your
tits.
frozen chakrams are broken.
Well, luckily I always carry a backup weapon. Still sucks though, because this weapon is not the greatest for, I guess it is actually.
It was fun when you could throw multiple people in the air.
I've also gotten a lot better at counter blocking. Yeah, the greatsword, I'm liking the greatsword more and more.
I still think that one move is ridiculous when you flip over.
This?
Yep.
Oh man, missed the counter block on that one. I will say, this game's counter block is not nearly as fun as the the Elysian Tale game.
Where you actually stun them in the process?
Well, you do actually kind of stun them in the process, but it's not nearly as effective as like that one where you more or less just insta-gib the person. Regardless of like how big they are. And it's super obvious how to like telegraph the attack.
So you just have one guy with you.
Yep.
Great.
Actually, this is probably a good cutoff point. Because which knight is up ahead? Yes. We are currently crossing over into the threshold of Lord of the Rings. And we're female, so we can actually kill him. Woohoo! Anyway, we will see you guys on the next episode of Kingdoms of Amalur. And we will, not a man that guy to death. Yes.